Actually, chuck it in the bin, shall we? Hello and welcome to Life Beauty Lens. My name is Laura, if you don't already know, and I blog at lifebeautylens.com. I forgot my address again. Today I'm going to do my first empties on YouTube. Just before I do, I just want to let you know that probably the day you watch this I will be waiting to have surgery, having the surgery, or come out of surgery. I don't actually know yet. It's all been a bit of a whirlwind. The idea is that I've got a couple of videos going up, and I think I've got one going up the week after I have been in hospital, because I'm in there quite a while, I'm not quite sure. And then I'm not sure when my next video is going to be, purely because I don't know when I'll be able to make videos again. It's a bit of a big operation. I've explained it on my Snapchat if you follow me on there, which I'll give you my username on the screen. Yeah, things are going to be a bit up in the air. However, I will still be doing lots of things on my, I say lots of things, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I will still be on my social media. And I'll be letting you know when the next video is up. I've got lots of ideas. It's not the ideas, it's just the execution, and because I don't know what's going to happen with the recovery and things, I don't want to make any promises. So I just wanted to let you know. So after this video should be one, which is going to be Hayley's unboxing. Hayley's unboxing? I'm going to be unboxing Hayley's parcel. See, it's just, this is what my brain is like today. It's all over the shop. Hayley is an Australian blogger YouTuber, and she sent me a parcel and I sent her a parcel, and we both filmed us opening the parcels, and that will be next week's video. And then the next week, I'm not sure, obviously, maybe it'll be an update. If you want to know about the operation that I'm having or anything like that, just leave me a comment. I'll be reading everything. I'll be stuck in hospital for about a week, so any comments and tweets and Instagram comments or anything like that, I'll be reading them, and then hopefully when I'm back at home and recuperated enough, I'll be able to sit down and film a video. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know, really, because it's all a bit quick. So anyway, let's just get on with the video, shall we? Right, I have no idea where I'm going to start. Actually, I do know I'm going to start. This brush, I don't know if you can see the state of this, but it's got hair coming out of it, and it's all, in fact, I don't know if you actually see that. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which I used to love, and still do on occasion. Let me just put this hairs down. Oh, what is this? This has got to be at least 2 years old. Washing really well until the last couple of times, and then these hairs have started to come out, which wasn't a particular problem. I was like, oh, the odd hair, that's fine. But now it's getting to the point where even today when I applied my makeup, that I had hairs all over my face. I mean, literally, it was like full on beard. So this is going to have to go in the bin. I don't think I'm going to buy another one just yet, because I've started using my hands to apply BB cream, and I've got plenty of other brushes that I can use. This is going to have to, this is died a death. It is nailed to the perch, it is no more. I know the group I'm talking about, let me know. The handle and everything's fine, and actually when it's not having hairs come out of it, the application's still great. It's just the fact that the hairs are all over my face now, and I can't stand that, so off it goes. Actually, let's chuck it in the bin, shall we? The Bennetts Natural Care Happy Cleansing Wipes, Aloe Vera, Orange and Mango. I got sent these as a PR sample from Bennetts. Now I've got a couple of these left, but I'm going to take these with me to hospital, so by the time I come out, it'll be empty. And they are 100% They are 100% biodegradable. Just so you know, the operation isn't on my speech, which is the only type of face wipe I ever buy, if I buy them, which is not very often, to be fair. I'm more of a wash my face kind of girl, cleansers and all that kind of thing. Coconut oil gets off my mascara wonders, so I don't really tend to be a face wipe kind of person. Now this, the packaging, this is why I won't be buying them. That just does my wick. Oh, what is it? You did so well, and then it doesn't stick on properly, and then they dry out. So, oh, I forgot to mention. I don't know if you've noticed, because I don't know when these videos are going up in what order. I had my hair done. It's looking a bit pink today. I used a different toning shampoo on it, and I think I might have left it a bit too long, and all the really fair bits have gone a little bit pink, I think. But anyway, that will wash out. Daddy-O by Lush. I loved this. I had the small size. When my hair fell out, funny enough, that's what I was washing my hair with just before, because my hair was blonde. And I loved it so much, I bought the full size. Started using it again after my hair started to grow back. And I found it dried my hair out. I wonder though if the lemon juice in this is what's been drying out my hair. I mean, my hair's not typically my hair still, it's still growing back, and it's gone through lots of different stages of being really dry and coarse anyway. So I'd be interested to try this again when my hair is a bit longer, because at the moment my new hair is still here, which is why it's a bit bulky up here. So I'd be interested to try it again. I've got normal hair. The only thing is though, although I love Lush and I love this, it's hard to get. I don't have a Lush near me. I've got paper postage and packaging, and when you want to try new things, you want to be able to smell it and touch it and stuff, and you can't do that. You've got to go far away to a Lush shop. So as it's not the easiest thing to get hold of, I don't think I'll be getting this anytime soon. But yeah, okay, and I have pre-bought it before. This was a repurchase, and I would buy it again in the future if I could, but we'll see. Skincare, Body Shop. This is the Vitamin E Intense Moisture Serum. I was expecting the name to be a lot longer and it wasn't. My skin, as you saw in my February favourites, was really dry at the beginning of the year, and it was getting a bit frustrating. I thought, well, why don't I use a serum during the day as well as at night? Comes with an easy pump. Packaging's nice and simple. A lot of plastic, which is really getting on my wick at the moment. I'm really that seems to be the word of the day, getting on my wick. So phrase of the day. I didn't feel like I got a lot for money. I felt like I had to use quite a bit, and it didn't really do enough. So I won't be repurchasing this, but it was nice to try. Oh, I loved this mascara. When I first bought it, it was really wet formula, which normally doesn't agree with me. Normally that's just straight on my under eyes. This is the Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Waterproof Mascara, as I've always been a waterproof kind of girl. I just want to look like pandas all day otherwise. It's got a huge brush. It's a brush. Does that make sense? Rather than a plastic brush, it's a brush, which I really liked. I didn't think it would work well with me because I've got quite small eyes, and normally they poke myself in the eye with them, but it didn't. I was very good. I was very pleased with myself. I really liked the effect it gave me. It was really waterproof. It stayed on all day, not a problem. However, as the formula has dried out, it's not been as waterproof, so I've had to stop using it, and I'm going to throw it away in a minute. In fact, at the moment I'm using a clear mascara over the top of non-waterproof mascara. I used to do this like not a year ago because I was ill. It would have been about 2 or 3 years ago, that's what I did. It's a $1.99 collection clear mascara, and I used that sort of thing on my brows for years. So I bought another one, been using it on my eyelashes, and I've not had a problem. At least all the non-waterproof mascaras I've got at the moment can be used. I would definitely get that again. That was really good. Kind of a Empties, or some social glory. I got this as was it my Christmas gift set? Yes, it's my Christmas gift set. It's the Sugar Crush Extra Energy Boosting Citrus Conditioning Body Wash. I love this smell. I've got the body cream and the body scrub in this, and because summer's coming up, or spring first, get ahead of yourself, Laura. It's one of my favourite smells. Oh. If you saw my February favourites, you'll have seen this, and this is the one from my February favourites, and it has died a death about a day or two afterwards. The Speed Plump All Day Super Moisture Marvel with Hydrate 24 Watermelon Fruit Complex Instant Moisture Plump Technology for dry, dehydrated skin. Our favourite long name. This was great. I loved it. It was my February favourites. It was great for my dry, dehydrated skin, which is very unusual to me because I've always been more of an oily skinned combination girl. I started to use the new one that I bought. I actually repurchased it before this ran out because I didn't want to be without it. You can see my original thoughts on this really in my February favourites because I had a bit of a long list of why I didn't think this would be good for me, and it turned out it was. But yeah, loved it. Would buy it again. And did buy it again. I'm going to be careful, this is broken. I don't know if you can see it. The Botanics Cleansing Foam Wash All Bright. It gently cleanses impurities for all skin types with brightening hibiscus. I love this face wash. Face washes I'm a bit funny with because they can dry out my skin, which is great when you've got oily skin, but you don't want to dry out too much, and the ones I was using before were really drying it out. But I love this. I love this so much. I can't wait to buy it again. I'm finishing off another one that I've got at the moment just because my skin was so much softer and I didn't have as many breakouts, which was really nice. The other thing I like about Botanics is, I'm going to try and read this upside down because it's going to go all over the shop. This tube is made using a minimum of 25% recycled content. Why aren't more companies doing this and they're writing on their packaging? Recycle! Oh, got it in the bin. The Nip and Fab Exfoliate Glycolic Scrub Fix. This is the first one that I bought, and I've got another one I've already started using. This has been really good. It's like a refresher for my skin. The first time I used it, I was really careful, good job really, because I've got quite sensitive skin. So very little of this, very gently, because it's quite a rough exfoliator. Yes, I love this. It's like a renewal for my skin. If I feel like I need a reset, this is what I use. I might have to use it twice in a week sometimes when my skin's really bad, but being gentle with it, and it works. I had a bit of a sort out with my nail polishes the other day. There's a few here. I wanted to check that I didn't have any duplicates of colours, and I wanted to make sure that things were going to be used and that things weren't empty. which doesn't have, you know, I have quite small nails and I don't use nail polish up very often. Plus I was changing what I did on the top. This is how I colour coordinate and organise my polishes. You might have seen this on my Instagram, which I'll put a name up now in the link below. But I have these little stickers that I put nail polish on and then I stick it onto the lid. So that when they're all like this, I can still see what nail polish colour I want. Nice and easy. So I had to redo that. I thought I'd have a clear out. So, first one. The Leighton Denny One for All top and base coat. I love Leighton Denny, and my favourite Leighton Denny top coat is the crystal finish. It's brilliant, really, really glossy finish, and it lasts a really, really long time, and it really protects the colour, and my nail colour lasts a lot longer than it does with this, which is really frustrating. I think I got this free in a set, and I've got another one that I got free with an order from Feel Unique ones, so I will use them. They're okay, but I wouldn't pay 12 quid for them. This, oh no I lie, this one I got from TK Maxx for £3.99 rather than the 12 quid. Don't buy this out of choice, the One for All. I mean, I love Leighton Denny, but it's not my favourite top coat, and everyone's different on there. Everyone's got their own preferences. The Essence, the gel nail polish in, I want to say white. Wild White Ways. What a weird name. The brush, all over the shop to be honest. It's not very stuck in its own shape, so it sort of goes all over the shop, and it holds on too much colour and then not enough colour. Also, I mean, it's alright on my big nails. Oh, it's going all over the shop, but it's, I don't know if you can see this, it's basically my nail almost. And it didn't give me enough, because it's not a stiff brush, this sounds so weird, because it's not a stiff enough brush, it didn't give me enough control. Then the colour went on too thickly, it was a bit more like chalkboard, so nah. Beauty UK Glam Nails, this is in Electric Blue, number 39. I've got so many blue nail polishes, it's my favourite colour, so I tend to, and I love Electric Blue, like metallic blue. It's really, really nice. I thought it would appeal to my old rock days, I suppose. Brush is alright, brush is small. If you've got big nails, it might be a pain in the bum. If you've got small nails, it'd be really, really good. The thing is, I had a nail polish that was very similar to this. I think it's either Inkjet or it's Inkjet by Leighton Denny. I've already got that one. The supply is easier. It's in a much smaller bottle. Was that I don't think I'll ever use up. So I thought, why am I keeping two colours the same? In the bin it goes. Nails Ink. Really old bottle. This is Victoria and Albert. I must have got this free in a magazine a long, long time ago. It's a nice traditional red colour. You know, like a 1940s kind of typical red. But I didn't like the formula. Too sheer. And then it would chip within 5 seconds. So why am I keeping it? Plus I've got another one, which actually I think is a Barry M nail jelly in red. Something like that. Which is much better and, you know, much cheaper and does a better job. So why would I have that one? I also have the, I'm hoping I pronounce this correctly, CRT Mini in Headliner, which my friend Laura gave to me. Which is a really cute little mini. I liked the colour, but when I was going through all my, I mean the brush is a bit thick, but you know, it's all 6 or 1/2 dozen of the other in it. It depends on what your preference is. But I already had a colour just like this, and it applies a lot better, a lot more seamlessly. So I thought, what's the point of 2? And that's the newer one, so I've got rid of the old one. The MUA in Pistachio Ice Cream. I bought this a couple of years ago, I suppose. It was all for that mint pistachio nail polish fade. I was like, oh, I love that colour, I've got to have it. So I got this from MUA, and I think it was £1 or something like that. It might have been £1, and it's a tiny little bottle. I mean, absolutely. Oh, I've cut myself, sorry. It's a teeny weeny little bottle. I thought I'll use that up. No, I didn't. It was a really lovely spring nail colour, and I think this was in my spring edit for nails a couple of years ago on my blog, which I'll link below. But I've already got one that's very similar, and I don't know, I think this isn't as good as that one. So in the bin it goes. And that's that, all my empties. And that was my first empties on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe and leave a comment. Today is not the day to film with a mouth like mine. I can't speak today. But I wanted to at least have a video up for you, and all ready and scheduled for when I'm in hospital. And I've got my blog at lifebeautylens.com, where I write about lifestyle, cruelty-free beauty and film and entertainment. And I've got all my social media links, which are always down in the description bar as always. And I think that's about it. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and if there's any outtakes, they'll be at the end as always. I can't seem to make a video without having some form of outtakes. I'm sure one day I'll just have an outtakes video. If you've got any requests, by the way, for any videos you'd like to see from me, or if you have any questions for like a Q&A that I could do maybe when I come out of hospital, just leave me them on any of my social media or in the comments below. And like I said before, I read all your comments and they mean a lot to me, so thank you very much. Anyway, I shall see you soon. Bye. I'm not good at throwing and catching, and I put the bin over there where I could throw things. I wasn't thinking through this through, was I? Oh, it's dripping all over the shop. Oh God, where's the hand wipe when you need one? Oh, it's gone all over this. Because I knew that I was going to make an absolute mess. I knew. Oh, my name is Laura, and if you don't already know me, I blog at lifebeautylens.com, and if you've got my own website address then what's all that about?